Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the second news on 8th February newspaper front page dawn. The United Nations vindicates Pakistan's stand on threats from Afghanistan Foreign Office. Two United States reports underline the presence of TTP, other Pakistan specific group in war-ravaged country by Anwar Iqbal. Washington, Pakistan pointed out on Wednesday that a United Nations monitoring report highlighting the presence of various terrorist groups in Afghanistan had vindicated Islamabad's long-standing position that such outfits pose a direct threat not only to Pakistan but to the entire region. The 27th report of the United Nations Analytical and Monitoring Team shows that the Tariq-e-Taliban Pakistan TTP, which is now based in Afghanistan, has carried out more than 100 cross-border attacks during the last 3 months. They report to the United Nations Secretary Council acknowledges Pakistan's effort to uproot terrorist groups involved in subversive activities in the Pak Afghan region. Two official United States reports sent to Congress last week also underlined the presence of TTP and other Pakistan-specific groups in Afghanistan and acknowledged that continued support from Islamabad allowed United States and Afghan forces to weaken the ISKP, the regional branch of the militant Islamic State group. On Sunday, Pakistan Foreign Office spokesman Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said, and the reports vindicate our long-standing position on threats posed to Pakistan and the region by groups like TTP, Jamaatul Ahrar, JUA, Hizbul Ahrar, HUA, uh, 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 and their affiliates based in Afghanistan. Pakistan has often drawn attention of the international community to the support provided to the TTP and its affiliates by the uh, hostile intelligence agencies. Mr. Chaudhry said that such support led to the merger of JUA, HUA, and other splinter groups of LEJ, Lashkar-e-Jangvi, with the TTP in Afghanistan last year. Pakistan has also kept the international community informed of the cross-border attacks carried out by the TTP on Pakistan security forces deployed on the border. Pakistan acknowledges the military team's efforts in exposing the hostile agency's sponsored conclusion of anti-Pakistan elements in Afghanistan, the Foreign Office spokesman said in a statement, adding that Islamabad now expected Kabul to launch a dedicated effort to neutralize this threat emanating from Afghanistan. Pakistan stands firm in its resolve to partner with the international community against the menace of terrorism, he said. The United Nations report dated February 3 notes that Pakistan has not only arrested individuals engaging in terrorism financing and also has seized the assets of those individuals and entities who have been designated as terrorists by related United States and UN agencies. The report underlines the TTP activities in Afghanistan and expresses concern over the reunification of TTP's splinter groups inside Afghanistan. Five entities pledged allegiance to TTP in July and August 2020, including the Shahya Masood Group, Jamaatul Ahrar, JUA, Hizbul Ahrar, the Amjad Faruqi Group, and the Usman Saifullah Group, formerly known as the Lashkar-e-Jangvi, the report added. Another report prepared by the bipartisan Afghan study group for the United States Congress notes beyond Al Qaeda and ISKP, two groups are of particular interest in South Asia today, among the several dozen said to be operating in the theater. Tariq-e-Taliban and the Lashkar-e-Taiba both have demonstrated the capacity to act as major threats to the region. The report warns that both groups had undisturbed regional peace and can cause a war between the area's uh, two nuclear states, India and Pakistan. Afghanistan remains symbolically and geographically an attractive space for jihadi groups that aspire to attack the United States, its allies, its interests, and the international order. It has done so much to create the report warns. The bipartisan United States report also notes that the membership of the ISKP in Afghanistan largely consisted of uh, dissident Afghan Taliban commanders, former members of the TTP, and adherents of Central Asian extremist groups who had formerly been allied with Al Qaeda. ISKP has attracted thousands of adherents, searched and then declined under the relentless pressure from United States and Afghan security forces, and occasionally the Taliban, as well as Pakistani security forces, the report added. Another report by Pentagon's Inspector General for Afghanistan, known by its acronyms SIGAR, and cites Afghan official judgments and that other terrorist groups, including Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, Jaish-e-Mohammed, the Lashkar-e-Taiba, are operating in eastern Afghanistan. The United Nations report goes a step ahead and cautions that the reunification of PDP supplanted groups has enhanced the threat of terrorism not only into Pakistan but to the entire region since it has increased the strength of TTP and resulted in a sharp increase in attacks. TTP was responsible for more than 100 cross-border attacks between July and October 2020, the report states, and estimates the TTP's fighting strength to range from 2,500 to 6,000 members. India's hand. Last year, Pakistan handed over a dossier to United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on the Indian sponsorship of two United Nations designated terror groups, the TTP and JUA. We knew of India's hand in the attacks, Pakistan's envoy to the United Nations Munir Akram had said at a press conference after handing over the dossier to the United Nations Secretary General. We now have gathered irrefutable evidence that India is engaged in a systematic campaign to destabilize Pakistan through terrorist attacks, promotion of sessions, and subversion. In one is called hybrid fifth generation war. India, he said, was also seeking to utilize United Nations Security Council mechanism to defame Pakistan by portraying itself as a victim of terrorism. It is abusing the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) to damage Pakistan's economy. Since 2014, Pakistan has lost 83,000 civilians and soldiers in the fight against terrorism, which has also caused a massive setback to the country's economic and social development to the tune of $126 billion. While Pakistan has successfully eradicated terrorist outfits from its soil, over the past few months, cross-border terrorist attacks from ungoverned spaces in Afghanistan have escalated. And in the end, the formal request, if you have not yet, please subscribe our channel and press the like and bell button to get the fresh from us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time. Goodbye.